Okay, so I want to thank the organizers for put together a beautiful workshop, and I think the timing of my talk is perfect. Yesterday afternoon, we left off at where we talk about participants' willingness, either stated or actual willingness to participate. So I'm going to pick it up and take it one step further. So for the app, we're building a lot of things, trying to help people out, but do they actually use it? Right, that's the question. So Lauren has usual disclaimer. Everything I said here represents me, not anyone else. So Lauren talked about FoodAPS. FoodAPS is really challenging project from respondents' perspective because we do ask them to report a lot of things. So we ask them to report everything they get, and not and in terms of everything individual food items, they have to tell us what the food item is, the size and the amount, and the cost, and whether you use coupons and discounts. So there's a lot of information, and all those pieces of information are super useful because, like Lauren said yesterday, we're looking at economics, we're looking at nutrition values, so we want to link them together, so they're useful. But then it's a lot for people to remember. If I ask you what you ate yesterday, if you're our participants, you will be required to report everything you get from this workshop because that's food acquired. So imagine if I ask you to recall what you ate here, it's going to be difficult, right? So that's why we build in, I'm going to just flip through this. So we build in a lot of functionalities with the hope that we can reduce the burden, try to help them to make the task a lot easier. So you had Lauren talk about the barcode. You scan the barcode and then you're done. So that's super easy, right? And if there's no barcode on the food package, and if there's a 4-digit produce lookup code, you can put that in and then you're done. And if you don't have anything else, you need to start scratch. You can start to enter a food like a cake, and we will offer you some suggestions, and you pick whatever you ate, and you put it there. Again, all these efforts are designed to help people. And we also had asked people to use their phone camera to take picture of the food drink items. And again, the idea there is if the picture conveys enough information, then you don't have to report it. So again, we're trying to help out. And then also we ask people to take a picture of the receipts or download their electronic receipts, as electronic receipts are becoming more popular. And we have GPS, again, to track people's location and use that as a recall cue. So you stop here, did you get any food here? So this way you don't have to recall, where did I go? Did I stop on my favorite Starbucks to pick up a coffee or anything like that? And we're leveraging a lot of databases to, provide suggestions for people. When you start to type McDonald's, we pull out the McDonald's, around you so that you don't have to, remember, oh, that's 123 Main Street or 234. So again, the idea there is to help people as much as possible. And now the question is, what do people think, right? As a users, do they actually think this is helping them? This is using that will reducing the reporting burden. So here in this talk, I'm looking at two different things. One is using the phone camera to take picture of the food drink, and the other one is to take the receipts. So a little bit information about this field test. So basically, we have an in-person interview visit at a probability sample of addresses, and the interviewer knock on the door, visit them, and recruit the households and identify a primary respondent, and then basically, collect information and train the PR right there, or any household members who are there to how to download the app, how to use the app, and what things to report, what are the things that you don't have to report. And people have this opportunity, choices of doing this on a native smartphone app or a web diary if they really just don't have the right smartphone, the right operating system. We actually loan them a phone. If they want, we can give them a phone. But some people still like, I just can't do it. So that they can do it online then. Being short, I couldn't see there. So, okay. So this is the recruitment. We have 1,030 ish respondent eligible for the food log, and that's recruited from 476 households. And then around that, 567 respondents downloaded the app. So if you just use 567 divided by 1,300, you get around 43 download rate. And then the app is actually downloaded to 576 devices. And as you can see, there's a little bit more iPhones and some Android devices. And the most popular devices is Samsung. So we want people to take picture of food, drink they got outside the household. Okay, so what we call food away from home, food items. In a way, you can imagine that as a food from restaurants or a cafeteria. And we didn't want to do this on every single food they got, so we randomly select 1/3 of the this kind of food items. And before they enter anything about this food, we asked them. That's the screen you can see. I hope you can see. We just asked them, we like you to take picture of this food item, and then we offer them, are you willing to do it? And you ate it. Oh, okay. I really have to go quickly. I only have 2 minutes. Okay, so you can see that's the response options, and then I gave you the answers to those response options. And most people reported I ate the food, so I couldn't really do it. And that causes a little bit complication as to how you compute compliance rate. So if we assume that people actually did eat everything, the compliance rate is 61%. And if that's a soft refusal, don't want to do it, but don't want to say I don't want to do it, that's 11%. And we ask people to take a receipt. Again, this is the screen they can do. They have different ways to do that. And basically, half of the people gave us a paper receipt, and 5% of the electronic receipts are uploaded. And then again, the rest of the thing is they say they don't have a receipt. And I'm gonna skip this because you do have this in the handouts. So what I'm trying to show you here is that the receipts is really important. So among the receipts that we get are legible and then have the complete information, and they're occurred in the food log week because there are receipts outside the food log week. And this is where we're seeing. We do see actually about 29% of the food items are not reported. So that's the underreported food events. So people give us a receipt but didn't report it. Okay, so just very quickly, the app download rate, installation rate is 43%. We contribute that to, the interviewers are being there, and that's super helpful. And then in terms of using cameras to take picture of food items, depending on how you interpret the food eaten option, it could be 11% or 61%. And of receipts, 62 to 100%, depending on again whether you take the I don't have a receipt as a soft refusal or not. And then the good thing is the receipts, once we got them, about a quarter of them are legible, in scope, and with complete information. So I'll just stop here. Any questions?